Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Institution, and today we are going to discuss about creating an IAM user using Terraform. Okay, so this is the first resource which you are going to create using Terraform. So in the last session we have discussed about how to create providers and what are the different versions and what version constraints and all these things we have discussed. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about Terraform. So like creating IAM users using Terraform. Okay, so let's go to a browser. Okay, so today in this session, if you want to create any kind of uh, you know Terraform resources, what you have to do is that we need to go to the Google and you have to search IAM user Terraform. Okay, so if you can search this one, okay, so the first thing you will get is that so this IAM user is what you will get. So if you can search, if you can open this one, you will find that IAM user resource. Okay, so any kind of resources, whatever you wanted to create in Azure or AWS or GCP or anywhere, right? So the thing is, you have to copy this kind of so copy this kind of resources from here, and you have to copy paste in your browser. Okay, so in this last session, we have seen that how this Terraform provider works, right, with the different AWS. And if you don't know about this one, please go and watch our previous video. You can understand. Okay, so today what are we going to do is that we are going to create a new file here. Okay, that file name is called iam.tf. All right, okay, so this iam.tf, what are we going to do is that I'm going to copy the same code whatever I've is been available in Terraform registry. Okay, so this is the Terraform registry, and I'm going to copy it over here. Okay, so this is what it is, right? Like, so we have I have created the simple code, and I'm going to change the name. My first I am cloud institution, maybe cloud is a user. Okay, so system, the path is something like which we can set. So path can be just a slash. And for now, let's forget about the tags and everything. Okay, let's have a very simple kind of a the simple kind of a Terraform resource that can be used to create the Terraform IAM user. So here, as you can see, the resource, resource is the block, where it's mandatory for to create any kind of resources, right? Like we'll discuss about all these kind of different blocks in the later on session. And the IAM user is mandatory. Okay, so IAM user is coming from here. Okay, so IAM user is coming from here. So it has to be matching exactly with the same kind of a username here. Okay, so if you can change this one, then it's not going to work. And then here you can also change to some kind of a different names. Okay, so I'm just changing cloud institution. It doesn't matter. Okay, so it's just identifier for your resources. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a Terraform init first, just to make sure it has been initializing. Okay, so initializing successful. So in the last session we have seen how to initialize the Terraform. Okay, so that initialization will be worked based on this Terraform providers. Okay, so now what I want to do is that I want to do a Terraform plan. Okay, so Terraform plan. Okay, so what is Terraform plan? So Terraform plan is kind of a blueprint of your of your infrastructure. What is going to create? Okay, it's not actually creating, but it's going to tell you that how your so what are the different aspects of your resources is going to be creating. Now, as you can see here, resource AWS IAM user and then cloud institution. Okay, so if you can see this one. Okay, so there are so this is something which is creating, right? So whenever you see kind of a green color plus the plus icon, which means that it's going to be creating a new resource. Okay, so as you can see here, there's only one resource is going to be creating. Okay, now I'm going to do a Terraform plan. Terraform plan is successful. I want to do Terraform apply. Okay, so what is Terraform apply means? So Terraform apply is something which can be used to deploy your services. Okay, for example, I want to create this kind of AWS resources, and then if you want to use it, then this is what something which you will be using. Okay, so now Okay, so now I'm in the AWS console, right? So I just paused it and then I was just logged into my console. So as you can see here, I have this this AWS resource, and then I have my console home. So it's a kind of AWS console for me. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on IAM. Okay, so this is a shortcut which I've created. I'm going to click on IAM. So as you can go to users, I don't see any kind of IAM users is present already. Okay, so I don't see anything, so in this place. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do Terraform apply here. I'm going to Terraform apply. Okay. So whenever you do Terraform apply, so what is the difference between Terraform plan and apply? So Terraform plan will just show you what are the resources creating. But Terraform apply is the combination of Terraform plan, okay, and then the apply, which means that it's going to provision your infrastructure. Even before that, it's going to show you, okay, what is the resource is going to be creating. All right. So now whenever you are doing a giving a value for value yes, okay, so it's going to create the IAM user in your console. Okay, so I'm giving yes. Okay, is this telling me that IAM user has been created? The username is going to be cloud-institution. Okay, so I'm going to the console. I'm going to refresh this one. Okay, so this is nothing has been created for now, and so I'm going to refresh it. Okay, so as you can see, there is a cloud institution user is been created. Okay, so this is what our first resource. So that cloud institution resource will be created, right? So now let's go and create a the IAM groups. Okay, so we don't have any groups in here. Okay, so let's go and create IAM groups. So now I have a cloud institution username, and then I want to create some kind of a group. Okay, so let's forget about like adding a groups into the users, all these things, let's forget. So in this session we are going to see that how we can create a multiple resources. Okay, now if you want to create a IAM groups, okay, so you can just scroll down all the way down. So as you can see here, so there is a resources section. So what do you mean by resources section? A resource section will always have, what is the name of the resource, so what is the resource and the resource name, right? So what is the name of the resource is going to be, we have to use to create a groups. Okay. So I'm going to click on this IAM groups. Okay. So this is what the user, this is what the the resources. So what you have to do exactly is that you have to just copy paste, so you don't have to write any kind of a scripts anymore. So you can just copy and you can just go back here and then you can just paste it here. Okay, it's IAM group. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a cloud institution group. Okay, so but as I mentioned, this name doesn't matter a lot. Okay, so you can just give any kind of a name. Okay, so here also I'm just giving cloud institution group exactly with the group name in which you want to create. Okay, so the path is going to be kind of anything, so it can be slash users or just like a slash like this. Okay, so I'm just going to leaving it default. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a Terraform plan again. Okay, the Terraform plan shows that so I'm good is going to create like IAM groups. Okay, so as I mentioned before, excuse me, so as I mentioned before, I want to deploy the service. Okay, so if you can go and refresh the console, IAM groups, there is nothing in here. Okay, I refreshed, there is nothing is deployed now. So now I'm going to do Terraform apply. So what is Terraform apply? So Terraform apply is nothing but like it's going to provision the resources whatever is already been created for you. Okay, so if you have any kind of a the code, if you want to provision it, if you want to deploy it, then you have to do Terraform apply. So I'm going to give yes. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to give yes here. Okay, so the IAM group is creating. Okay, now if you can go back and see here, okay, if you can refresh it, you can see the, okay, I think we didn't save this developers. Okay, the name was developers itself. Okay, so I think I didn't save this name, for the IAM groups. So I think before saving it, I just deployed it. So now I saved it. I'm going to do Terraform plan again and see. Okay, so it's just kind of a small mistake which I didn't save it, but this also kind of a very good exercise to see if I change the name of the group. Okay, what's going to be having. So it's just telling that I'm going to update in place. So in the Terraform plan, it's telling that so the resource is going to be update in place. That's going to be no, it's going to be changing from developers to cloud institution group. Okay. So now if you want this change, if you want this change, as you can go here, you can refresh it. The name is the same. Now I wanted to do a apply again. Okay. Now as you can see, it's just telling that I'm going to, this configuration going to change. Okay, so from name developers to cloud institution. So wherever you can see this tilde symbol, right? Like, so that is the place where the change is going to be happening. Okay, so rest of the other places the changes is not happening. Okay, so now I'm going to give yes. It's done. So now if you can go back and refresh your page, so now I'm going back and refresh my page. So as you can see here, the cloud institution group is created. Okay, so this is how you will be creating uh, so multiple users and groups and some of the resources and all these things using Terraform. Okay, so this is kind of a very simple scripts what we have used today. Okay, so so in the next session we are going to see some kind of advanced things like how to create a EC2 users and groups, EC2 users and VPCs and the load balancers and all these concepts we are going to see. Okay, so I hope this session was helpful for you, and follow our the YouTube page to get more kind of videos like this. Okay, see you again in the next video.